chocolate milk!
Hey, it's Larry here, Xbox Live's Major Nelson.
Hey, everybody, I'm Ryan McCaffrey with IGN.
How's it going, folks? I'm Graham Boyd, Xbox Live's AC Bongos.
Hello, my name is David Braben. I'm CEO of Frontier Developments.
This is Aaron Greenberg. I lead the Xbox Games marketing team. I'm very excited to be talking with the Party Chat podcast.
It's the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit.
Today you are listening to the Party Chat podcast.
And welcome to the Xbox One Party Chat podcast.
Xbox on.
Game on, baby! Wow!
Let's do this.
Hello and welcome to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit. I'm your host, Ross Miller, and I'm joined by our Lord and savoury snack. It's delicious cheese.
Hello.
I had problems saying that for some reason.
I was like, where's he going with this? Oh, nowhere. That's why I didn't have some sort of witty comeback. I was like, oh.
And the queen of cosplay, it is Carina. Making her triumphant return after 9 months away is Sofia Hariz. Welcome back, Sophia.
Thank you.
Now, Uncle Jesse's taking tonight off because it is Labour Day when we record. Mm-hmm. Sophia is now living in LA, which wasn't the case the last time we spoke, I don't think.
No.
So how's things over in LA, Sophia?
It is so hot. And I love it, but I think most people here are hating it too. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's, I guess, well, Europeans, you'll understand. It's like 30 something degrees.
Oh, Lord.
So, yeah, it's pretty bad, and thinking it's such a dry heat. Like, if you go to, say, like, I've been to Kenya a bunch of times, and you have the humidity, and, like, 30 degrees feels livable. Here, it's just so intense that's, like, oh, my God. I have an air con running constantly, and it's still, like, 28 degrees in my apartment. Well, so it's pretty gnarly.
I'm like holding down the fort up here in the Nordics for you, and today it was, I believe, 11 degrees when I woke up.
Oh my God, I'm so happy I'm here. See, I'm not complaining about the heat. I'm like, yeah, it sucks, but I'm sweating instead of freezing, and that's a good thing, you know? I can go to the beach, which is nice.
Nice?
Nice. I was going to say good, and then I said nice.
Gdansk
so it was
in Poland?
Don't teach me who I am. I was going to say good, and then I said nice, so it's good nice.
What do I say to that?
You just ignore it and move on. That's what I've done for Sophia for years now.
Let's just move on.
Sophia, I just want to find out, I've been watching some Easy Allies videos and you keep on cropping up in them. How is that?
I mean, yeah, it's fun. I know those guys a lot, especially a couple of them. So, yeah, I've just sort of ended up being in some of them in streams from time to time.
Are you now officially a content creator? Is that your official title now?
No, I wouldn't say so. That's I think is no, I'm just a guest in other people's videos because I ain't got time to edit yet. I'll probably will start making stuff, but I don't know. As of right now, I'm just guest and guest. Yeah.
Well, you can be a guest on the Party Chat podcast again as well. So you're continuing that theme. Yes. But anyway, we usually start this podcast with what we have been playing. And I'm going to start with you, Carina.
I've been playing, well, with you, Ross, a bit of Trials Fusion. I found a new game rage, especially for some of them levels that I just cannot do whatsoever. Until the point, I think we gave up, actually, on one of them and just thought, let's just go off. Let's just go off. But also, by the time this is shown, sent out, I would have definitely been playing a Destiny 2. I haven't gone back to Destiny 1 because I'm just leaving it now.
Stop. You can't just... It's what you've been playing. You can't talk about what you're gonna be playing. You are just obsessed.
I wanted to say that too.
By the time it comes out, I would have played it.
I think that's valid.
Thursday.
I think that's valid because I'm going to play Destiny today.
It's okay.
No, it's just that, Carina has been talking about nothing but Destiny for the last 2-3 months.
I'm setting my alarm, Carina, so I can come and join you when the game releases.
But I don't get to play it when it starts. I'm gutted. I'm like an hour behind. But I shall be playing non-stop as soon as it's out.
Sophia, what have you been playing or intending to play in the near future?
Overwatch!
Some things never change.
I love-
So how's Overwatch going?
It is great. I'm so excited about life when I play it. The only thing is, like, I change mains like every month or so. Now I'm a Mercy main, and Doomfist, I've had some rage quits that were really, really bad. Just because he's so overpowered, and even the people I play with that like play him a lot are like, it's so unfair. And so when Jeff came with the update, I was like, oh yeah, he's gonna fix it, like make him a little less. And it's like, hey, it's Jeff from the Overwatch team. We're gonna talk about a Mercy update. What? My heart just sank. I'm like, I learned to play her now, and you're gonna change everything about her pretty much? Like, sure, it might be cool, but, you know, as someone who recently started playing Mercy, those like 4 and 3 people reses were really nice play of the games, so...
Like, they made her overpowered or something. I read that somewhere.
They've made her offensive. She used to be reasonably defensive, and when she used one of her powers, she retreated back, but they've now made her offensive. Karina's great at describing Mercy.
I've stopped playing Mercy, though. I used to love playing Mercy. I've changed her back to my old Reaper main. Mm-hmm. I have actually played Overwatch. I didn't even mention that. But I mainly because I do the placement matches, and then I get really salty because I always get ranked badly, despite what I did. I played with 2 other teammates, and they got ranked gold after the placement matches. I got ranked bronze, so I can't even play with them. Yeah, like, they completely destroyed me, and I was like, but I got the same placement of matches, and I even got like some gold medals and stuff as Reaper, because you just ult and you just kill everyone, and yeah. So I get really, I get really angry at Overwatch at the moment.
Is your Overwatch going well, Rhys?
Yeah. I like to play the guy, and
love him.
Shoot the people. Something about butts.
Anyway, well, what else have you been playing other than Overwatch this week?
I have been playing only one game this week, and it's a game that you guys haven't been playing. In fact, I think maybe 2 or 3 other people in the whole world have been playing it, and it is a crying shame. I've been playing Rock of Ages 2, Bigger and Bolder is the full title. Did any of you play?
I didn't know there was a Rock of Ages 1.
Did any of you play Rock of Ages 1? Have any of you heard of that?
Yeah, I played that one.
Atta girl. So Ross, and for anyone else who has never heard of it, basically, Rock of Ages is a game about classical art and music, real-time strategy, and smushing things with boulders.
That sounds horrible.
No. Okay. It's the stupidest, most insane game you've ever heard of. Basically, it's like they take classical paintings and they bring them to life with this awful Monty Python style of animation, like cardboard cutout animation. You play inside these paintings, and begins in like a top-down view of like a course. Starts at the top of the hill, ends at the bottom of the hill with a castle. And your goal is to roll your ball, which you control, and you have to jump as well, all the way down, avoiding obstacles to smash into the enemy gate. And if you smash, the gate has health, and when you smash it enough, the gate opens, and you roll in there, revealing your enemy, who's like, normally some, famous historical character in the world, and then you promptly squish them. And it actually makes that noise. Like I said, the game begins top down, and you have to place all kinds of different obstructions, from walls to catapults to springboards to windmills below the boulder, of course, all kinds of crazy stuff. And the enemy's doing the same in real time. And then when you start to roll, you have to roll down there and avoid the stuff, and then get down as quickly as you can so that you can start building again, because you make money over time and as you smash things. So it's sort of like a really intense game of back and forth, like half race, half FPS, half physics-based destruction. It's crazy. It's really, really fun. And you can play it in 4-player multiplayer, 2 versus 2. So there's some serious mind games that goes on there.
See, I want to play this now, mainly because I do not understand that at all.
Yeah, it's so hard to describe, honestly, but it is just really funny. The humor is like really smart. Like, you have to be really well educated to understand some of these jokes, but they're also the most stupid stuff you've ever seen in your life. It's like, how can something so smart be so stupid? Like, it's amazing.
It looks like what I imagine acid feels like.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, but I look at it and I'm like, yeah, that's probably what it's like. It looks accurate.
I know what it's like. Fantastic. Anyway, right, so this week I have been playing some Overwatch because, like Sofia and like Carina, it's ranked. It's a new season and loving that as always. But I do want to talk about Trials Fusion and how that is some of the most underrated multiplayer I have ever played in my life. It is so much fun. Has everyone here played Trials Fusion multiplayer?
Yes.
Not multiplayer.
Yes.
Yep.
So, I know you have, Carina, because we played against each other and we were both equally terrible at it. But if you've got a squad of like 6 or 8 people all trying to finish this map together, it is chaotic. It is fun. It's just so much fun is all I want to say about it. I have not laughed at a game or laughed at other people trying to complete the course so much. And it's all about the ragdoll physics.
Yeah.
When people come off the bikes in that, the way that they land, the way that they fly across the course is frankly hilarious. For a game that's free, although I did already own it on Games with Gold, there's so many players online. It's just so much fun. If you haven't given it a try, get a group of your friends together and play some Trials Fusion multiplayer because you will be in hysterics.
I don't have any friends.
It's been a mainstay of my place whenever we have friends over because it's a 4-player local, and it's a really great local game. There's been some particularly hilarious moments when we figured out that you could actually launch yourself off the bike if you press Y. People one guy launched himself off his bike to showboat across the finish line. So everyone was like, oh, screw you, I'm going to do that too. All 4 of us did it and we all landed short and we were playing the mode where you couldn't respawn. So once you crashed, you were done. Oh. So there was a mad dash of these 4 ragdoll people sort of like flopping themselves like beached seals trying to get across the finish line. It was amazing.
So you sat on the same sofa and played together?
Yeah.
Way to rub it
Creepy,
in.
right?
No. I don't know what that would ever feel like.
Wow.
You have online friends though, Sophia, don't you?
Yeah.
Those like real internet friends.
Nah.
No?
Nah.
Oh well.
But you do have
I think
Overwatch.
this would be a good... Yeah, you have Overwatch. You've got your Overwatch friends.
They are my friends. I'll log on and Lucia will say hi. And I'm like, oh, that's my boy.
Well, anyway, I think this would be a good time to find out what has been happening in the subreddit this week.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast. This week in the subreddit.
So, first of all, before we get started, I just want to offer a congratulations to Beamer Wes, who won the copy of Observer that we're giving away last week on Twitter. So congratulations. We hope you have as much fun as the game as we did.
Yeah.
It's a great game.
Let us know
it's a great game.
Let us know what you thought of it. Just send us a comment.
So the first story is big congrats to user Major Nelson on having his first child. Well, technically second, as obviously Xbox is his first baby. And that comes from Uncle Jesse.
That karma whore.
No, wait 2 minutes. I'm not happy about this. This guy he's got far too much karma going on. But congrats to Major and Taylor on the arrival of baby Waverley. I think we can speak on behalf of everyone in the subreddit on that congratulations. And thank you for dropping into the comments just to say thanks. I think you've posted quite a few comments saying thanks to people.
Yeah.
So,
well, I mean, we've talked to Larry. He's a genuine good guy. There's a lot of people out there in the world who pretend to be nice and really aren't. But I think Larry is one of the most genuine people that I've ever met.
I didn't even know he was going to be a dad, so this was a lovely surprise.
Yeah. Happy Labor Day.
Yeah.
Happy Labor Day.
Happy Labor Day. Yeah. But less congratulations to Jesse the karma whore.
No, none. 0. And he's not even here.
Next story comes from user Am-O-Matic. So what he's stated here is when the marketing deal is bad enough that they can't even refer to the Xbox One by name. And this comes from a story about the Call of Duty beta email, which reads, the Call of Duty beta is available on PS4 and other platform.
Doesn't it have its own subreddit now called Other Platform?
So, I mean, yeah. No, that was me. We're just responding to the global, rebranding effort. We decided to change the name. I decided to change the name of the subreddit. Sorry, I'm laughing because I really did just decide to it, and I was like, I'm doing it. Someone stop me before I regret this, and no one stopped me, so I did it. I changed the name of the subreddit to Other Platform in big letters. That was quite popular, I think.
It's a little bit ridiculous when a marketing deal. Because let's face it, there's no other reason why this has happened. PS4 and other platform with regards to the beta.
Don't you remember Destiny 1 when Microsoft cheekily made that fake perfume ad on the front page of Xbox.com for Destiny the Scent because they couldn't advertise Destiny the game?
That's right.
They've made sense now, though.
Why?
Yeah.
They've actually they've brought out some Destiny candles, and I joked going, "Oh, we're gonna smell like space," and turns out we do. The Mars and Venus.
Turns out
that
we do.
Wonderful.
We do smell like space.
I haven't smelled them yet.
I've heard that they're quite good, but don't last very long. And don't have much to them. But what I want to ask you, are marketing deals just ruining all of our fun? Because to me, this is a bit ridiculous. Sophia?
I don't know. God, why would you give that just to me like that? Put me on the spot. Thank you for that. I don't know. I think in this incident it's very weird to just Other Platform.
It doesn't
make any sense. It's like everybody knows the Other Platform. Why? It doesn't make any sense. I think I don't know, ruining our fun. I feel like, marketing is marketing. People are smart these days. They can see through things.
Carina, would you not buy a game because your platform of choice doesn't have the marketing deal?
No, I'd still get it. Maybe they do it for a reason, though. Maybe secretly they do typos or different wording so that it gets advertised more. Like, more people are going to point out a typo than maybe the advertisement itself. So maybe you could work it that way. Reverse advertisement.
Or reverse psychology.
Oh.
Yeah. See?
So yeah, this has got people talking about the Call of Duty beta. Because they've put down other platform. That's something I hadn't considered, actually.
Well, once, I can't name any names here. I was working with a games company and we were advertising something on Twitter, and I made a tweet and I had a typo in it, a really obvious one. It was one of those things where you tweet and then you're like, oh my God, no. And I couldn't take it back because it had already started to be retweeted. And so I spoke to the guy I was working with, like, oh, no, dude, I put a typo in there. He's like, this is brilliant. This is great. And I was like, what? Why? He's like, now everyone's going to be harassing you about this and talking about it. So it's going to give you even more impressions. So that's a thing.
Yeah, it works.
Maybe secretly they wanted that. Who knows?
Well, I think Other Platform is pretty hilarious. I wouldn't say that's stealing our fun because that provided me with at least a couple of hours sitting there giggling at my own genius. But it's really low effort, isn't it? It doesn't seem like something that someone would write by mistake. It almost feels like placeholder, like that famous item in one of the Hitman games that was like, Jerry, please fix this.
Oh, yeah. Classic.
For me, I understand money is money. No developer is going to turn down money if it's getting thrown at them.
Yeah.
Xbox themselves have one with Shadow of War, for example, and they're obviously pushing that. But, when it's coming down to emails, like, everyone knows Call of Duty and the beta is coming to Xbox.
Yeah.
Because Activision, as we've always said, like money. So, to just call it out, just mark down when a company, like, would this come from Activision? Would this come from Sony? Like, I just don't know the logic in not mentioning a platform which your game is coming to.
Yeah,
that's
it's
just
dumb.
the way the world works. It's dumb, but that's, at the same time, it's all about, what you see. And obviously you see the name first of, you don't look at other platforms. You know what I mean? Like, without you realizing it, you see what you take it in. So when something says, for PS4, and then it's going to come out on Xbox, whether it's later or right then and there, you're still going to initially think, ooh, okay, so I'm going to play it on PS4. That's the way it works, and they know that that's the way it works, and it's a pity. But I mean, for most gamers, they see through that and know that, well, I know that's going to come out of my Xbox, so that's just a marketing thing, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
it's aimed for the people who don't know, and it's technically aimed at the market that's not really there, if that makes sense.
Kind of.
So is this for the players?
Oh,
I don't think so.
savage.
I mean, I mean, it's sort of like, okay, it's aimed at, say, a person who's like, I don't know what console to get. And then they'll see this advertisement and say, oh, so it's on PS4. I want to play this game. That's why I'm going to get a PS4. So it's not really aimed at...
It's
not really
with his dad or her dad and saying, like, yeah, I want to play Call of Duty. Oh, it's on PS4, so buy me a PS4.
Yeah.
I understand that.
I mean,
I do understand
the thing
that,
is, for me, it's just marketing, you know? Like, this is pretty harmless. What annoys me is when they start chopping up the games like they do with Destiny. That's not fun. Paying the same price for a game that's missing content because, you know, the companies decided to pay each other for exclusive bits of content. That's not fun. That's chopping games to pieces. That's not fun. But marketing, I mean, like Sofia says, it's pretty transparent to most people who are at least in the know.
Yeah, and it's not really, in the gaming industry at least, it's not aimed at gamers because they already know their stuff. This is aimed at people who are getting into gaming or are sort of sometimes gaming. You know what I mean? It's not people who are aware of the games industry and plays games every day almost. Like, it's not for them. It's for everybody else. It's for, you know, the grandma who wants to buy somebody they love something for Christmas, the grandkids, and they're like, what can I buy for little Steve? And then she sees this, and she's one of those people who don't realize it's an adult game, and she's like, I'm gonna get him this beautiful thing. And I need to buy this. And then
game.
buy this historical game. And then she goes to a GameStop and she's like, I saw this advertisement. Just give me all the things. It's based on a true story.
Ah, right.
Well, Rhys, take us to the next story.
Well, you know, you mentioned just briefly Shadow of War, and a post here from our very own Deffer from the Mod Squad, another person karma whoring who shouldn't be. He posted the sad news, of course, that one of the Shadow of War developers died of cancer, but he is going to be immortalized as an in-game character, the Orc Slayer. And apparently money from selling the DLC or a portion of it will be sent to his family.
I think that's great.
That's lovely.
Yeah.
I was reading about it today, and apparently he's going to be a bit like the mysterious stranger in the Fallout series, if anyone's familiar with that. You know, like, essentially when you're about to die, there's a random chance he could turn up and save your butt, and then, you know, disappear again, like he never was.
This is very nice, and I have to admit, I think I will probably, because I love Shadow of Mordor, so I'm probably going to pick up Shadow of War, and I will probably invest in that DLC, because it is a nice touch that the fact that the money would be sent to his family, because that's going to be a considerable amount.
So about that, there's actually some counter news, because, you know, this is Warner Brothers Interactive, and they're not exactly they're exactly bastions of generosity. If you are not from the US, and this news was broken just today by Total Biscuit, if you are not from the US, the money will go straight to the pockets of Warner Brothers. That the donation is only going from certain states in the US. So be aware.
Patriarchy.
It's the patriarchy's fault.
Yep.
Exactly.
It's just their fault. That's it. JK. No, but that kind of sucks. But you know, it's a money making industry.
Oh, yeah. I'm not saying don't buy the game. I'm just saying Ross was saying he's going to buy it, and it's nice that the money's going to his family, but it's his money will not, because he's in the UK. If you bought it locally, then yours probably would.
And see,
Do you think it's going to tell you that before you buy it?
See, that's the kind of marketing that I disagree with, when it's sort of almost lying, when they're saying all the proceeds.
Lies by omission. It's not lying. It's like right there in the tiny microscopic text that no one reads, right next to the part where you forfeit your soul and your cat and your firstborn child and, you know, all that stuff.
Well, will it be mentioned before you buy it?
I don't know. I don't think anyone
That's the
knows.
thing. Maybe they won't mention it.
This is a key point for me. Like, if I go to buy that in the UK after this story coming out and it doesn't say anywhere
Then the
about
patriarchy.
this money wouldn't be sent to his family, then I feel that could be perceived as quite misleading.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Because they haven't tried to die this story down any. Like, if it doesn't tell me before I purchase this game, and instead they haven't tried to quieten down the story, then that could be seen as slightly misleading, because people like me that think it's a nice touch, it's going to go and buy this bit of DLC to support this person's family, essentially, and the work that their family member has done on the game, because I thought it was a nice touch. And it's not even going to go to where I think it is. They need to make that very, very clear.
Yeah.
It's a tricky situation.
It is a tricky situation. It is a tricky situation. And let's face it, Shadow of War's recent DLC news hasn't actually been great, has it, with the sort of pay to win thing. So this could be another positive story, which has turned quite negative. Yeah. So that is a shame.
Jim Sterling's already going to town.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine what Jim Sterling's doing.
But that's what he does. That's what Jim does.
So Sophia, would you like to take us into the next story?
Yes, I would. So this is more tech related, and it's about Microsoft and Amazon partnering up to integrate Alexa and Cortana. So in other words, all these voice activated things will take over your entire life, and now they'll actually work together to, bring the humanity down, which is, it's interesting. Pairing up.
I'm looking really suspiciously across the room at my Roomba right now.
Yeah, so before we started recording, we heard a loud noise coming from Rhys's microphone, and it turns out he's got a Roomba, which is one of those robotic,
Roomba?
hoovers.
Oh, the little circle things that just clean your carpet.
Yeah.
Vacuum machine.
Yeah, a little vacuum.
Does it have a face?
I put googly eyes on him.
Oh, that's what I was going to ask.
His name's Roberto.
Roberto. Nice.
Where'd that name come from?
Roberto the Roomba.
Okay, let's move on.
I thought it sounded cool.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
When we were just saying that it's going to take over the world because it was acting so strangely.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the mixer stream of the robots? And how you interact with the mixer stream is how the robot moves. And there's a guy who has 4, and you can move them up ramps and down ramps and different things. At the bottom of some of the screens, you use some of your experience to interact.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it's like Twitch plays Pokemon, but with robots.
Yeah.
I miss that, thing. Man. I miss that so much. That was so fun.
Well, anyway, what I would like to know from you all is, do you use Cortana or any other voice assistants? Because to be honest, being Scottish, I can't use any of them.
I've used Alexa in the past. I had to stay at my friend's house for 2 weeks before moving apartments. And they have 2 Alexas, one in the living room and one in the bedroom. But they go by different names. So if I shout Alexa, I won't be both of them being like, yes. So one was just computer, which was interesting. No, but, they do work. I basically just used them to turn on and off lights, because those boys were lazy and didn't want to use light switches. So it was but it was cool. It's
lazy.
No, but it was you can I could be like, Alexa, set the light to, 30%, and it would do it. And that's pretty cool. But it was actually one thing I liked about the Alexa, she has some good jokes. Oh my God. I would lie there and be like, Alexa, tell me a joke. And she had some really good jokes. And apparently my friend played D&D type ordeal with her. Not actual D&D, but like a similar thing. I feel like people use it more for the fun of it rather than actual convenience. I've never used Cortana once. I think I used her once just to check it out, and that was it. I'll just type in my search. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's interesting. I think maybe for a lot of people it will be a good thing. I have no thoughts about it. I think it's going to happen anyways. It's pretty cool that they are working together, and I mean, it's empowering as a woman that it will be female robots to take over the world. That's an interesting thing.
See, I'd be worried about having an Alexa in my bedroom.
Why?
Because I don't think I should be turning on any other women in my bedroom.
Oh, Dad, you are on fire.
It's so bad. Oh my god. It's so painful.
Did you put that in the list to bring up as topics just so you could make that joke?
No. Oh my god, you totally did.
He totally did.
I did. Being Scottish, okay, I have to tell you this, okay. We've got a Norwegian, a Finnish person, an English person, and a Scottish person on here. So, but for some reason, I'm imagining all three of you can use voice-controlled things quite well. Voice-controlled items do not understand me at all.
That's because you're speaking a different language.
Yeah.
Gotta start speaking normal English, Ross. You know what I mean? I'm kidding. I sound like a horrible American there for a sec. I guess people who probably have a very, thick accent will have the same problem. That wouldn't be surprising. I mean, even sometimes when I talk to Alexa, Alexa sometimes is dumb, won't hear anything. And sometimes she would just turn on, even though nobody said Alexa. I'd be like, I'm gonna go down the alley. And she'd be like, what? I'm like, what? I didn't, just because you heard an A, Alexa. Don't start with me.
Well, for me, it's like I end up recording random game clips because Cortana thinks for some reason I've said record that.
Oh. Cortana,
and I'm like,
Cortana's like the sneaky one of these two, I feel like.
Cortana sneaky.
Alexa's like,
well, she is.
She was like the sort of, I just want to help. And then Cortana was like, we need to work together on this. Let's just mind. And Alexa was like, are you sure? I just like to, say the jokes and, give them directions. Cortana was like, no, listen. I've seen what they do on the internet. I've seen their power. You've seen them shower. Let's work together. And we're going to take this thing to the, I don't know. This is, oh my God, that's such a movie pitch. I'm going to write that movie. I'm going to write that movie.
It's called Terminator.
Nah. It sounds pretty original to me. But Cortana's, actually, she is pretty sassy compared to Alexa.
Yeah.
Alexa's fairly polite and, I guess I'd use the British word chipper to describe her. But, Cortana is quite sassy, but that also fits her in-game, depiction.
I haven't tried it with Cortana, but I mean, when you try saying dumb, evil stuff to Alexa, she usually takes it really nicely. But I don't know. Have you guys said anything bad to Cortana to see how she responds? I feel like it's not the same type of direct conversation as you can have you can literally talk to Alexa.
Yeah, no, Cortana will do, because I'm the only one here, I think, who's owned a Windows phone, and she quite often prioritizes searching. So if you say something really stupid, she'll assume that you want to, you're searching something in Bing.
But we all know she's just doing that to put on a show.
I feel like she'd be sassy.
Yeah, she is. She's quite.
Cortana's the sassy one.
She's definitely. She's sassy and sarcastic. I asked her to sing for me, and she started singing Daisy.
If anyone wants to find out what it's like being Scottish and trying to use voice control, go to YouTube and type in Scottish elevator sketch, and you will understand my pain.
I'm sorry that this happened to you.
I know. I can't take an elevator anywhere. It's a voice control one. And I just want to go to 411 and it won't let me.
What happens is if everything turned to voice control, what do you do? It's like the whole world becomes
I'm screwed. I'm literally screwed.
Just going to leave Scotland in the Dark Ages.
Right, so moving on to our last story, Carina.
So, of course, my favourite topic, which I continue to mention a lot. I should really stop doing that. But I won't. Obviously, Destiny 2 will be out. I'm so excited. But we've had the PC beta recently, and I played the Xbox One 2. I don't know when that was actually. But obviously, a few things have been revealed. The game itself has several editions, your standard, your limited, and your collection. I don't know if is it the same in America? You get the same editions?
I think so.
Destiny?
Maybe we'll get some special American edition.
We'll get some extra American weapon or something.
It's wrapped in an American flag and
Yeah.
Actually, I'm pretty sure you get a flag, don't you? You get some sort of, if you get the collector's edition, some sort of, I don't know if it's even a rug. Like,
honestly, I rarely buy collector's editions of games. Like, I know.
I would buy one if it gave me a rug.
Yeah. I could do the new
I don't
one.
know. I'm a simple person. I'm just like, I want to see how the game is meant to be for everyone. The basic and whatever, like with Overwatch, I thought it was a nice balance that, okay, I'm going to miss out on a couple of skins, but I'm not going to miss out on a lot of content. You know what I mean? But I hate it when games are like, okay, what?
But rugs.
I think it's not. It might not be a rug. I was going to say material thing. I was like, well, that doesn't narrow it down, does it?
No.
It's like some sort of, maybe, I was going to say scarf. It's not. It's some, I'm going to figure out what this is. But, I'm pretty sure they call it a rug, though, but it does not look like a rug. I'm going to...
Can you just say the word rug over and over again for me? That's amazing.
It lost its meaning in my head now. Rug.
Rug.
Good old rug. It's a laptop sleeve, not a rug.
Oh.
Alright then, okay, that's a bit different than what I thought it was. It's a solar blanket. You get a blanket. That's the same as a rug.
A solar blanket?
Things? I mean, if you could use it as a laptop cover and a solar rug and a normal rug and a scarf, I'm down, you know?
And a solar blanket, don't forget that.
I said that. You never
did?
listened to me.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Oh, I cry 1,000 tears.
You don't cry.
Well, anyway, Carina, what is some of the highlights of the content that we're going to get in Destiny? And is the answer none?
I kind of want to go no, but maybe. So with the Destiny, it's very, very similar to Destiny 1, except I know so far they've got a brand new Crucible mode called Countdown. There's new raids, new strikes. I think you get an extra one on PS4. I'm not too sure the difference compared to Xbox because I don't pay attention to PlayStation. I just want all the Xbox exclusives. I do know they're releasing the one raid and one strike slightly later than the rest of the game. I think one, don't quote me, but I think one's the 12th, one's the 15th of the month. I'm not totally sure if that's true. But it's around them dates anyway. Somewhere around there.
PS4 exclusives don't come to the Xbox until 2018.
Oh, the other ones, no, I've heard they were October. I think some are October and some are December. But I think that's just weapons.
To clarify.
So I think to be fair, you'll probably get better weapons before the exclusives come out. So I'm not too bothered about them because I'll probably, hopefully, not saying I will. They might just be awful and just get really rubbish armor. So no, it's very, very similar. You've got your new subclasses this time. New supers. This time you can add different modes to your weapons. No one really knows how it's going to be used because it wasn't shown in the beta. There was just basically squares where you knew you could add on. Not too many people know how it'll be used. No one got to use the new map. It was shown in the reveal trailer. Oh, has anyone seen the live action trailer?
I'm sorry. I'm just really enjoying how animated you are right now. You were so quiet through most of this episode, and now you're just letting loose. Can I ask, when you play Destiny, do you play PvP or PvE? Are you a strike runner or do you do the raids? What's your game?
Well, I tend to. It depends who I'm playing with. If it's by myself, I do a lot of Crucible. But I have a friend where we endlessly do strikes, and we try to speedrun a little bit. Now, Eurogamer is on its way, and every year they do a Destiny competition, and every year the same damn team win, and you win free Wi-Fi. I think it depends. It's either a PlayStation or Xbox. I don't know who sponsors it. It differs each year, I think. And we always try to win it, but we fail very badly. Well, actually, no, we got close one day. So I think for the month of September, we will be playing strikes constantly while speedrunning them. But I do like a bit of Crucible. I like to play the capture ones. I did try Countdown, but I failed badly at Countdown. I got it wiped quite easily. Maybe because I just don't know the mode yet because it's new. I'm maybe Strike. I prefer Strikes because there's a bit more story to them. But then if I'm playing on my own, I'll just jump into Crucible because it's a bit quicker to earn items. It depends what items you need.
So what about raids?
Yeah.
Because for me, that was the best thing about Destiny 1. The raid.
Which one's your favourite?
I only played the first one.
Oh, right, okay.
Oh, like you said, like, I'm one of those people. Like, was it not good?
No, the first one was good, but then there's just so much more. Like, I think people missed out though, because obviously there's a whole issue where even myself got annoyed because I had to rebuy the whole game because it was cheaper than buying the expansions separately, which caused a lot of frustration for a lot of people. So people just played the first one, didn't get the expansions, and left it as that. But they missed out. The expansion is really good. I mean, I kind of half skipped Taken King, but Rise of the Iron and The Dark Below, I think it was really good. Really good.
She can't be stopped now.
No, I was going to say, well, I'm going to open this up to the other guys in the pod just to see, like, are you guys excited for Destiny, Rhys?
Nah.
Oh.
Carina? No, sorry. Sophia?
I was not super familiar with Destiny prior to this, but then I got a chance to play it during E3, and I interviewed some people who worked on it, and it seemed, I thought it was great. To be honest, I thought when I first played it, the first one, it was a console, and right now I think I'm more comfortable with FPS games on computer. So I think that was like, I got to try it on computer, and I was like, oh, this is actually maybe for me on a personal level. That's just because I don't have the skills yet. I love every other game. I love driving games on console, but I don't know, when it came to that game, I was like, okay, I'm enjoying this. And I got a beta key, so I'm going to give it a try. And yeah, I think it's going to be fun.
For me, I wasn't excited about Destiny, but when this podcast comes out, I have stopped work for 20 whole days. And that means I'm going to be playing some games. And it just so happens that Destiny releases on the day that I stop. So I reckon I'm going to give it a fair, good old whack. Probably with Carina.
Yay. Please, I'm glad someone join us. Join the dark side. Wait, it depends though. What class are you going to be?
Titan.
Oh, that's okay then. Warlock though. Warlock
okay.
all the way. Please say you've seen the live action trailer though.
I haven't. I'm saving that for 5 minutes before the game releases.
Oh, honestly.
That's my excuse.
It's really good. It involves puppies, and that's all you need to know.
Oh my god. Honestly,
yeah, exactly.
I care. It's funny, in real life, I care about probably 20, 30 people, and then I also care about 500 dogs I've seen on the internet. That's people and things I care about. Every day I see a dog video and I'm like, I feel a connection with this dog. It's beautiful.
Well, I think this would be a good place to end the podcast for another week. Before I go, I just want to shout out that the guys over at Mulehorn Gaming are doing a charity stream this Saturday, which I'm going to feature on, much like the one we did before. So if you won't go into too much detail, but if you want to find out more information, then check out my Twitter, which is RossM84, if you want to tune in on that. But Sophia, thanks for coming back and joining us.
Thank you for having me.
I can only stand you once every 9 months, so we'll
see you next year.
I understand.
Year, yeah.
I understand. It's all right.
I've worked it out. It'll be around E3, so that works out quite well.
Yep.
Carina, Rhys, pleasure, and as always, but for another week, Xbox, turn off.
You're listening to Xbox One Party Chat Podcast, the official podcast of the Xbox One subreddit.
Let's do this.
Now, Uncle Jesse's taking tonight off because it is Labour Day when we record, which is a bizarre holiday, if I have to say. I still don't understand why they have this holiday.
No, why not?
Well, why celebrate, women giving birth? They already give Women's Day, or Mother's Day, should I say. Why did they get 2 days?
This is the sound of my palm hitting my face. I don't know how well my mic captured that, but...
Great joke, Dad.
Stupid.
Yeah, nice one. Thanks, Dad.
Now I know what it's like. Fantastic. Anyway, for me as Sophia, I'm just sitting...
Whoa!
I'm gonna die.
Whoa, you okay there? Don't
Do
die
not
on
put
us.
menthol in your vape before you pod.
Oh.
That's a stupid idea. Oh, that hit the back of my
Menthol.
throat. Menthol, yeah.
Is that
What?
mint, do you
Like
think?
in your vape.
Oh,
Like your
Menthol in your
atomizer, because I
vape?
don't smoke anymore. Yeah,
nice.
But why?
Yeah.
Vape Nation.
vape. Like, so I don't smoke.
I ended up in the same room as the Vape Nation guy, and I was so intimidated I didn't even look at him. I was like,
Oh, no.
that's a kid, that's a king amongst kings.
Kang.
I can't say anything to him. I can't
don't
walk
deserve
up
to
and be
be
like,
here.
I can't walk up and be like, Vape Nation, love your videos, man. And it'll go away. That would probably happen. So I was like, I'm just gonna stay away from you and just admire you from afar. I'm not even gonna go there.
God.
I was like, there are
I'll
other
ask
people.
you back on, Sophia. Honestly, it's like, I'm off this week. If we do this good, I'll not have that much time to edit. Then I ask Sofia Hariz on and go, oh no.